Hey, good people. This is Rocki with Rocki's Reality, the #1 podcast for unfiltered and unapologetic culture, entertainment, and relationships. Tap in live Thursdays, 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as I chat with some of the dopest artists, celebrities, influencers, entrepreneurs, and more. Make sure to catch us live Thursdays, 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Facebook, YouTube, and Roku. See you soon. Hey everyone, welcome to Rocki's Reality. Happy holidays. We are officially T-minus 6 days from Christmas. As y'all can see, I got my tree, but it's not fully decorated yet. Well, it's not decorated at all. Let's be honest. I just got it today, as a matter of fact. So we're running a little behind. I've done some decorating around the house. And so the tree is like the last little bit that we will do. Welcome to the last show of 2024. Thank you to everyone who has tapped in throughout the year. We've had some phenomenal guests. We've had some great revelatory moments, and I'm looking forward to more in 2025. Want to encourage you to keep watching because it's going to get greater, bigger, and greater in 2025. Tonight, we will have a two-parter. So, of course, for the last show of the year, I had to go out with a little bang. So we are waiting for our first guest to arrive, which will be none other than the iconic singer-songwriter, really multi-hyphenate, because he's now an author. He has so much stuff going on. He's has a app that he has pioneered. He also has a clothing line. Like, he's just got all this stuff going on. And as we all know, multiple streams are the best way. So looking forward to chatting with Lyfe about his career. He's been in the game over 20 years, y'all. Can y'all believe it? 2004 is when Must Be Nice dropped. And we knew it was an instant bop, right? Like, as soon as that first music chord came in, and he's like, must be nice. So as soon as we heard that, we knew it was going to be a bop, right? So Merry Christmas to you, Ty's Take today. Thank you for tapping in. So, of course, this is the 20th anniversary of Must Be Nice, which was Lyfe Jennings' debut single. And since then, he's just continued to just give us, just dropped soul stirring music after soul stirring music as songs. And his music always has a message. And that's what we admire about him. And he's also a musician who plays multiple instruments. He had a little dip in the reality TV pool with Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. So, I got to ask him about that with him and Carly Red, even though that was years ago. But we mainly are going to focus on talking about 20 years of Must Be Nice. His latest single, The Present, which is once again another message letting us know, just sending that message of being grateful for the present, and also what happens when we reflect back on the past. And so we'll get into that video. And so looking forward to chatting it up with him. So maybe, you know what, while we're waiting for him, I think I'm going to play The Present. And hopefully once The Present is done, I think he was in traffic trying to get settled in. So I appreciate him still making the effort. As we know, in show business and in media, things don't always go as planned. So that's why we were starting a bit late today. But just wanted to remind everyone again that after Lyfe Jennings, we will have Nard Live Free. He is an influencer and the creator of the Cook Like Me app. It is pretty much an app for foodies where they can exchange ideas of food, they can exchange videos, and he also is giving away some Ninja slushies. So those of you who know, if you know, Ninja is an A1 brand. So that's going to be the second part of the show. So we'll be speaking to Lyfe Jennings once he joins us for a little bit. And then later on, we will speak to Live Free. about his app Cook Like Me. So while we're waiting for Lyfe, I'm going to play his latest single, The Present. Okay, so happy birthday to you. All right, just a moment, getting it queued up here. All right. I was just about to play the video. You know, we're going to go ahead and play the video, The Present, and then as Lyfe gets settled in. So this is his latest single, The Present. Okay, and then after we watch The Present, which is Lyfe's latest single, released on the artist's owned umbrella, the AOU. So we're going to get into that. As a lot of you know, the artists don't always get the due and the compensation that they deserve. So shout out to Lyfe for pretty much making it so that artists can get the compensation that they deserve. So this is The Present, his latest video.
Thank you. Let's see what you got. Oh, snap. I love it. Wow. Nice. Thank you. I got something for you too.
What?
Come on.
Let's go see it. Don't forget your bag.
Whoever knew there'd come a day we finally reached 17, 1 year away from our dreams of being grown, getting out on our own. Whoever knew that we would miss being forced to do the dishes, getting grounded on the weekend. So couldn't wait to get grown, get out on our own. And if I could go back, I'd slow that down. My feet would spend more time on the trampoline and less on the ground. I wouldn't be rushing to grow up. I would take nothing for granted. Now I know what they meant when they say the present is a present. Who would've knew that we'd be here, reminiscing over our favorite years, telling stories, fighting back the tears. Oh, to be grown, finally out on our own. Who would've knew that life would give us wide range missing pictures of friends no longer with us, praying to God that the kids will forgive us. Not grown, we're just out on our own. And if I could go back, I'd slow that day. I would spend more time running from my friends and less chasing pain. I wouldn't be rushing to grow up. I would take nothing for granted. Now I know what they meant when they say the present is a present.
Great songs. Great songs.
I just love you guys so much. I just love you.
Welcome to adulthood, you two. I guess I'll let you two run along now. Pretty sure you two don't want to hang with these old vagabonds.
Oh.
Well, actually, we was wondering if we could stay in with you guys for our birthday this year.
We have our whole lives to be adults.
I absolutely love and cannot stay.
That was Lyfe Jennings, The Present. And as you all know, it's always a message in his music. So without further ado, I wanted to welcome singer, songwriter, multi-hyphenate. And I say that because he's more than just a singer songwriter, y'all. Lyfe been out here doing some things. He's a consummate musician. He's an advocate. I love how he has always kept it 100 and been one of those in the business. He is not conventional. He is not just going along to get along. So without further ado, I want to welcome to the stage Lyfe Jennings. How are you? Hey, yo, you.
What's up, love? How are you?
How are you? Thank you for joining me.
The show. I know it took a little while, man. It's Christmas, running around. You know how I go.
Right, buying those gifts for them kids that they ain't gonna appreciate 2 weeks later. Spending up all our money.
Yeah, they'll never know till they become parents, but it's cool. It's part of it.
It's cool. Yeah. So how old are your babies again, Lyfe? You got a
Yeah, I got a whole football team. My oldest is 19. My next in line is 17. My next in line is 16. My next in line will be 15 in February. My next in line will be 9 in January. And then my next in line is 8 years old.
I love it. Right behind each other. They stair steps. So
Yeah,
I
they
love
still.
it. I love it. Shout out to you. Girls, boys, you got mixture.
Oh, thank God. I only got one girl. One girl.
Oh,
That's it.
oh, see, yeah, you dodged the bullet with that one because you know
Man, did I? Did
the
I?
girls equal like 3 boys.
Yes, maybe more.
Yeah. But I'm
Mhm.
just regardless, I'm glad you took the time to join me, Lyfe. I have been a fan since day one, since the first CD drop. I'm glad that you are continuing to make music. 20 years must be nice. What is
Mm.
that like? It must be nice to still be in the industry and making an impact after 20 years. And your fans still ride for you. Okay.
Yeah.
Despite Tiny Desk, Columbia Records, Sony Records, all of them haters. Listen, your fans ride for you. We ride for
Yeah.
you. So, what has that been like for you? 20 years, or really kind of over a little over 20 years in the game. Like, what's the secret to your longevity?
Um, I really don't know. I guess if I knew, then something might mess up with it. But if I had to pick something, I was just saying continuing to be myself. I think that it's almost like I have like a backpack society of people that's going through the same things. And almost a part of society that has been forgotten about or alienated. And so, with somebody like myself coming from a like situation, then it's something for them to gravitate towards. So once you in a position like that, you'll always gravitate towards people in positions like that.
Yeah, absolutely. I was gonna ask, Life, is it a way? Can I get you to turn your phone to the side so I can get that
Side,
yeah, just kind of that
bam,
so we
like
get a
that.
better view of you. Yep.
That's better.
Yeah, we want to get it live in color for sure. So
Okay.
definitely, I love how you've been true to yourself. I love how you set the tone. I remember back in 2010, you spoke to Billboard and you told them you were retiring. I'm
Mm.
glad that was a lie. I'm glad you did not retire. I don't know if you remember that, but you were probably sick of the industry and you were like, look, this is my last album. So talk about what made you decide to continue.
Honestly, I was on my way back to prison at that time, and I knew I was going. Um, And I felt like that it was so many people who had been in maybe not prison situations, but situations that they didn't want to be in, and they kind of looked up to me as being one of the ones that turned that situation around. And I kind of felt like that I let a lot of people down on my way back. So I was like, I might not be worthy to hold this lifetime anymore. So that was a big part of
Okay. Okay. But I'm
it.
glad because you spent 10 years initially and then you did another like 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, I did 11, and then I did 3.
Okay. But I mean, obviously, we still rock with you because good music is good music.
Yeah, I
Like
was
it's
surprised.
undeniable.
I was surprised when I came home. It was like I never left. It just picked right back up. So yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Just like with Must Be Nice. I swear when I was looking at the new video with I love the whole Forrest Gump theme you got going on. I love how you brought some of those people from the original back and you gave us rest in peace to your one colleague who's no longer with us. But I loved how you brought that back and that nostalgia. And it's just like when I realized it's been 20 years, I was like, I can't believe it's been 20 years since Must Be Nice. I mean, really, you changed the game when you came into it. So I'm glad that you
Thank
still
you.
here, you still moving forward. So talk about artist owned umbrella. Talk about that because I love how you are. We hear about the streaming and a lot of people, especially with platforms like Spotify, we know artists are not getting the compensation that they deserve in this streaming era. So talk about how artists owned umbrella AOU came about.
Exactly what you said. Artists in this day and age, it's always somebody trying to figure out a way to take more of what you worked hard for. So, with the streaming numbers, the lion's share still goes to the label. So it's clauses in everybody contract that after 5 years they can re-record that same song. And they will own the masters themselves. So hence artists own the umbrella. And it's like, because a lot of times the artist may re-record that music, but the fans don't know which one is the labels one they making money off of and which one is the artist ones they make money off of. So I decided to design a tag that will point people in the direction of the music from the artist that actually goes to the artist, which is AOU.
Okay, so is it like do artists have to can anybody sign up for this? Is this like a certain label? Is it a certain service? Like how does this work? Can anybody get in on it or is it just like new like how do people access it?
Yeah, I really did like a non-selfish kind of thing. I created the label and I actually promoted well not label, I created the tag and I promoted the tag and I'm gonna continue to promote the tag. And anybody who wants to use AOU that re-recorded their stuff, you can use it. And so we got deals in the making with like a Spotify, a Pandora, to where they have their own AOU section, to where fans could just log on and go to the AOU section and stream strictly from there. So yeah,
Okay, right. So it's gonna
yeah.
be on
Don't
Spotify. Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was about to say, it don't cost nobody nothing to use that tag. You can use that tag if you want to something. They know that the music is owned by you. You know.
Mm,
Yeah.
okay, I love that. So, but it sounds like you all are getting in partnership with Spotify. And so
Yeah,
is that
'cause right, right. So it doesn't work if every artist is just trying to independently promote their own thing. I think we need these pedestals to step up and they create headings, AOU. So when fans go to a Pandora or something, they could click on AOU and they know everything that they stream, the money is going to the artist. Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. Definitely something that and I love how you've taken control and the agency over the music because this has been a long running thing where artists do not get the money. And because people really do think artists are rich. They really think people balling out of control
Mhm.
and social media really exacerbate, elevates that and make people think you really making money when I heard like the little millionth of the cent that artists get from streaming, it's ridiculous. I was like, are you serious?
Yeah.
And I had to explain to my daughter, I said, I come from an era like when we had to go to the store to buy the CD, buy the album. And now y'all can just hit a button and you have it.
Yeah, but you got to understand too, like how that low percent came about is the labels are the ones that negotiated that percent. So obviously they wasn't going to give the artists a big part of this. They negotiated a contract that was favorable to them, you know.
So have you ever thought of starting your own label besides AOU?
Um, you know, I'm kind of like a antisocial guy. You know, when you do stuff like that, you really got to be a Puffy Combs or a JD. You know, a cat like that that really puts himself out and amongst the people. I'm not that guy.
You're
I
not
got too
that
many
guy.
attitudes. I got too many attitudes, man. You know?
Is that Gemini, your Gemini twin?
I don't know what it is, but it is.
Because that's your zodiac sign, right? You're a Gemini.
Gemini, yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
sometimes we like listen. It might be Life or it might be Lance some days, huh? Like I was
Life,
so
life. It might be life. It might be knife. You know, it's thing.
I love it. We saw. So speaking of, you're not that guy. I was actually surprised, and I want to go back a little bit when I saw you on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, because right, you aren't that type of guy. So I was surprised, like he on reality TV, like so. Everybody was not everybody, but a lot of people were pressing me to ask you about the Carly Red situation.
Yeah, I mean, what you mean? How did I wind up on the show?
Yeah, just yeah. How that unfolded, yeah. Because you, like you said, you're not one of those guys who's like in the spotlight and doing all of this flashy stuff. So yeah, how did you end up there? And
See, I knew Cardi before the show, so me and Cardi was dealing with each other for a little while. And she asked me just several times to go on the show, and I always was like, "Nah, baby, that's just not my thing," you know. So then I had an album coming out, right? And I wasn't asking Cardi Red for nothing. And Cardi Red was like, yo, if you get on the show, then you'll be able to promote your album and this, that, and the third. And I think that Mona has done a great job making that a pedestal that, people who are involved in that show could branch off and do other things. So I thought it was an opportunity. It wind up not being an opportunity as I thought. And that's the story.
okay. So I'm cracked. Yeah, that whole fake proposal that cracked me up. You was like, you will never have another nigga like me.
Never,
You
ever,
was like,
never, ever.
you will never. So would you consider doing reality TV again, Life?
It depends on what it was, Of course, I still get calls about doing. I haven't found anything or nothing that's came my way that I feel like that will really reflect me because I didn't feel like that. The love and hip hop thing was a reflection of what I do. But I never say never.
Right, right. If it's the
Mhm.
right fit, right? Because again, when I saw that you were on it, I was like, yeah, Life don't strike me as that type of guy. But I get you when opportunities come up, you gotta weigh the options.
Right.
So, and I appreciate,
Everybody said that. Everybody said that too. So
yeah. But I love how you have always bucked the system. I love how your music, keep it 100, like your lyrics is hitting home. So what for you is the creative process? Like, is there certain so let's talk about the present. What made you develop that? That looked like that in the video shows, it looks like a lifetime, a lifespan happened. And we all, as I think as we all get older and mature, we realize that the present is really the most that matters. Like the future, you
exactly.
can't control that. The past, you can't change it. And as we get older, we like, damn, time passed so fast. And you look back like, I need to appreciate the present right now. So talk about how that came together. And it's off the upcoming EP. Is the EP new
Yeah,
album coming?
yeah,
Okay.
EP coming soon, definitely. Um, it, you know, as most of my music, it was something personal. Like I'm always the guy, like you say, I'm not flashy. I don't buy a whole bunch of stuff. I don't got a bunch of clothes or none of that shit like that. Um, and so it's so many things that I would like to do as far as traveling and going places and other things. And I just stopped one day and just thought, like, what are you waiting on? And I realized that I'm not that guy because I got kids and I don't ever want to mess up their money when I'm dead and gone. And so I was always waiting on to save a certain amount of money. And then I just told myself, like, if you waiting on a certain amount of money to come, you may be dead, or may only have a couple days, weeks, months left when that amount come. So you best just do it in the present right now.
Yeah.
And um and that just, again, that personal experience sparked the song and the video.
Yeah, absolutely. I was just telling my kids today, I was like, you can earn more money, but you can't earn more time. And
You're
that's
right.
what we realized. Like you wait, like, I gotta get $1 million in the bank. Shit, you might be dead by the time $1 million. And then even if you get that $1 million, what happens if you die the day after? Then what?
And then, also, even if you save all of that money, when you dead and gone, they hustle is not like yours. I've seen people blow through a whole inheritance and it's gone. Your whole life that you worked for is gone in a year or two.
Yeah.
You know?
Unless you
Yeah.
put some stipulations in place, unless you put some strict shit in place. So
Yeah, well,
absolutely.
I definitely, because I understand that you got to leave room for, especially boys, to blow some money, but you also got to make sure that you control the speed limit. You know what I'm saying?
I love
Yeah.
that. So talk about how your kids have affected your music. Because I can tell you, I can definitely tell it was like the evolution of your artistry. I can definitely tell it's been an evolution there. So talk about that.
Um, it's another experience, man. I mean, because at the end of the day, them people are their own people, and so they allow me to have an experience having a child, while I'm here, on this earth. But I do write from those experiences as my best self. Like, I might not necessarily, if I made some mistakes, I might not write from that as the mistakes that I made, but I might write from that as a person that I wish I was when those mistakes came about. So
Mm,
they allow me that room to write about my growth, in which I would have never been in that situation if it wasn't for them. So it's a debt of gratitude to them.
absolutely. Our kids do teach us stuff. We think we teaching them stuff, and meanwhile they teaching us stuff. We learning from them.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So
You
I
know.
wanted to share talking about, you said not a lot of fancy clothes. I talk about your um clothing line. I'm sorry, my brain just left me with the name of it. Reliant.
Oh, repetition, repetition.
Repetition. My apologies.
Yeah.
Repetition. Repetition. Talk about how that came about.
Again, I should be trying to. I really believe that our sole purpose on this earth is to advance our gift. You know what I'm saying? And I think that one of my gifts is like just creating things that spark conversations in people that could or could not help them grow, but at least they had the opportunity, what I'm saying, to delve into that which they otherwise wouldn't have. Repetition is one of those things that we learn by repetition, doing stuff over and over again, making so-called mistakes. And repetition is about reminding yourself of that. The logo is an elephant that's tied to a stake, and the majority of elephant life is tied to a stake with a chain. And after the elephant grows up, now they tie it to the stake with a string because the elephant is convinced it can't get away, but it always can get away. And I know that in our lives, we go through so many things that we hold on to as trauma that we can really get away from now. We're not that same child that, you know,
Mm,
whatever happened to you happened to you. You can break away from that. It's a choice, but you got to do it through repetition. Tell yourself over and over and over. Do something different over and over and over. That's where it come from.
I love that. I love that concept because a lot of times it's really in our mind. Our limitations is in our mind, and that elephant thinking the stake. And sometimes the elephant,
Mhm.
like you said, the elephant can pull the stake up if you get that
Mhm.
that in your mind. So you doing multiple things here as well. Now you're an author as
Oh,
well. I
yes.
mean, you just doing a damn. That's why I say you a multi hyphenate because you doing so many multiple things. So let's talk about the adventures of life.
Yeah, just things that I wish I was around people that would have told me. A lot of people, they debate on what was the first creation, and I personally think that the first creation, the most important creation rather, was the story. You know what I'm saying? Telling the story, because it allowed people to be drawn in to themes with characters. They call that personification. So that's just kind of what I did. I can't take a lot of credit for it because just certain lessons in my life that I learned, I just turned them into characters and I wrote books about them so that hopefully these kids, when they're coming up, they'll figure out the code, they'll crack the code and understand these are really lessons, not people, and just apply it to their life. The Adventures of Life, 3 books, you know?
Yeah, I see that. So decisions, patterns, pride. And so this is a
Yeah.
series. So you said you're adding some more books to this as well?
Yeah, every year I'm gonna do another book or two. And yeah, so next year it'll be another book, it'll be 4 in total, 226, all the way till I'm dead. And then hopefully my kids will continue it. Yeah.
Right. That's what we hope. We try to instill stuff in them.
Right.
So
Right.
I've noticed like what I kind of like about you is that you don't always have a lot of guest appearances on your music. I love how you've had a couple people, throughout the years, but like I love that one you did with Algebra
Mm,
and Fantasia, of course. But I noticed your albums aren't really heavy with a lot of guest appearances. So is
yeah.
there someone that you would love to work with that you haven't?
It's a couple people I would love to work with.
That could be
Think,
it could be dead or alive.
oh, dead or alive. Um, Yeah, I mean, of course, dead and alive. Alive, I would say my top 2 people would probably be Common. I think that'd be a vibe. Me and Common, that'd be an event. Me and
Ooh.
Erica Badu, I think that would be an event. You know, probably dead. Um, probably be somebody like uh, uh Otis Redding. Somebody like that. You know,
Ooh. 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 I'm hearing all of those artists in my
or
head.
Frankie Lyman. Frankie Lyman was a beast too, man.
So are those some of those the people that you modeled yourself after, like Otis Redding, Frankie Lyman? Because you have your own distinct style. Sound, no, that's what I think has why fans still rock with you because you have your own distinct sound. Like no one else is sounding like Life. So are those people you've modeled after?
Yeah, just I try to. Well, I have always liked people that not only are the words dope, but they could take the simplest words and the energy that they put with the words, they were believable when you felt it.
Yep.
So, I just appreciated that. Because sometimes you don't want to hear a long sermon about stuff. Sometimes you just need one word, and it's just the emotion you put behind it that dictates whether you really feel it or not.
Absolutely. And you definitely convey that in your music. So, and I appreciate your time again. Life, we're going to wrap it up. But I appreciate you making the time again. And I hope in the future that I'm here in Detroit. So hopefully when you come to Detroit, we can connect. Would love to come to one of your shows. Because like I said, I've been um, a long time fan. But I wanted to ask right quick about the whole Sony music thing and about them owing you some money. Like, where is that at? Are you able to pursue that? Because $15 million is quite a bit. So where are you at with that?
Yeah, it's difficult, when you up against that much money. Like, usually in cases like that, they look at this thing numbers. If they owe me 15 million and it's gonna cost them 3 million to make it go away, they'd rather pay the 3 million than pursue it to the 15. So, my paperwork is tight, but you up against an animal. So I think that sometimes you just gotta weigh, what it is, and if there's something else to be gained from it besides something of monetary value. And I feel like that I learned a lesson from it, and it actually helped me with the contracts that I do now. So it's all a win to me. You know, it's a win.
Right. And aspiring artists, hopefully it'll be a lesson to them as well to protect themselves and make sure because a lot of artists don't realize it's like 10% your talent and 90% business. Is
Yeah, because these labels, they play games when you just happy to be there. That first 3 years, you can't audit back after the first 3 years, and then the first 3 years is when they do the most dirt. I mean, and then just also you could put out a hit album like I did. My first album just went crazy, and my second album did really good too. And then by the time I got to my third album, and the way they computed, if I owe 'em money, they don't have to pay me on my first two. They could just take that and pay for my third, which you don't even really know how they computing it. You just trusted them until you audited them. So yeah, just don't be me. Be owed 15 million and can't get it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Have maybe have a good attorney who could watch out for you as well.
You got to be careful with these attorneys because
Lord,
these
can't
attorneys
trust
they do.
nobody.
I mean, you really can't. These got to learn it for yourself because these attorneys they do deals with that label all the time. So when a problem occurs, they could call the label and say, "Hey, I noticed this problem in the contract. If you can give me 1 million, and I'll tell them that we can't do nothing about it." So you know how it go, man.
Damn, scandalous. Okay,
Yeah.
well, we gotta wrap it up. I really enjoyed uh chatting with you. Like, what's
You
up with the
too.
new EP? When is that coming? Like, what can we expect in 2025?
We keep on getting pushed back because the guy that I already correspond with at the label. He's having some medical issues right now. We keeping him in our prayers. So yeah, we just it's definitely coming sometime next year. Another video. And just announce it right here that we redoing SEX. And of course Lala Brown passed away like 17 years ago, but me and her daughter is real cool. So when we redo it, we're going to use Lala Brown's daughter to do that part. We're going to shoot a video. Yeah, so it's coming
Oh,
next.
hell yeah. Yes. That was,
Yeah,
yeah. I
yeah,
love it. I love it.
coming.
Yes. 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 Okay. So I always like to end with 5 favorites. And again, so where can people follow you first so they can know once that EP or just whatever else is coming? Y'all make sure y'all get the Adventures of Life. Make sure you get Repetition and then your Dino. That's your app for
Yeah,
how's that?
yeah,
That's
yeah.
coming. When can I see? Because I love me some Sea Breezy. So what I heard he gonna be on the app. Well, when can we see? It's a Udinho. It's pretty much one day spelled backwards, a day in the life
Yeah,
of
yeah.
celebrities. What is that about? Right quick.
Well, Chris hasn't actually told me he was going to be on it, but I'm quite sure I never asked that man for nothing. Me and him been cool a long time, so I'm sure he will. Snoop Dogg said he going to do it. 50 Cent said he going to do it. So what it is I have a platform to where each artist, let's say myself, and I'm doing an award show or whatever, and I have a camera on me. So you get to see my day from my point of view. And it's an 8-hour day from the moment I wake up, me picking my clothes, me on the phone, when I'm doing the award show, the celebrities that I speak to, what they say, what I say, where the after party's at. And you get a chance to witness all this stuff, not just from a cameraman. You get to witness it from the artist's point of view. And on my platform, each day might cost $10. 8 hours, it might cost $20, depending on who it is. And that's what y'all dinner is. Like you said, it's one day backwards.
I love that. So is it an app that people can download? Has it started yet?
Yeah, it's an app that people can download. We finished the website. We tested the website. We had to go back to it and correct a couple of bugs. But the top of January, I'm launching it. I don't know the exact date that I'm launching it because I'm going to start with me because I need proof of concept, and then we're gonna move on to artists, actors, sports. Yeah, it's a really dope thing. Like honestly, you know.
Yeah. We love that. I would love to see that from the artist's point of view. Okay, so I know you got to get back to that preparations. So 5 favorites. What has
Five,
been Yep, I'm gonna ask you 5 of your
five,
favorites.
oh, never mind. I answered. I'm trying to ask you something. Go ahead, ask me.
Okay, what did you think it was?
I thought you were about to say 5 favorite musicians or something.
I mean, we can talk about that, but I actually one of the questions I want to ask, what has been your favorite album
My
of your
favorite
own?
album.
Of your
I
own. Your one of your favorite. What has been your favorite album for you?
I don't think I have a favorite album. I think I have more so just favorite songs on different
Okay.
albums. Yeah.
Okay. What has been
All right.
what has been your favorite song?
My favorite song obviously Must Be Nice is one of my favorites. Um, the song Me and Algebra definitely is
Mhm,
one of my favorite
mhm.
songs. Yeah.
Yeah,
Let me
that's
see. Yeah, that's one of my. It's a new song that's on my EP. It's called. I did a snippet of it on this show too. What's it called? Um, um, Love Feels Like Hate.
mm,
That's a really dope record to me. 26 years, 17 days, one of my favorite, songs like that.
okay,
Hypothetically, one of my favorite songs, man.
okay, okay. Favorite travel destination?
Favorite travel destination. Oh, hmm. Hawaii. Love
Mm,
Hawaii, man.
okay, favorite food? Oh, it's
Mushrooms and broccoli.
ooh, okay, okay. Kind of. I don't know if it kind of froze up. If I'm freezing
You
up, it.
froze. I don't know if it was on purpose or
Okay. It's the devil. The devil being a hater. So you said your favorite food is mushrooms and
and broccoli. Like I'm a
broccoli.
vegetarian, so
Okay.
it's simple.
Good.
Yeah.
Saute it up. Saute it up. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Your favorite movie or TV show?
Um, my favorite movie probably three actually. Gladiator, one of my favorites. The Butterfly Effect, another one of my favorites. And what it called is lucidity or what is it? I forgot. It's where they go into dreams
Uh-huh.
and stuff like that, man. I like
Oh,
that stuff.
okay,
Yeah.
got you. Okay, last thing. What is your favorite accessory?
My favorite accessory. Um, favorite accessory. I don't know, drawers. I like the word draw.
Okay. You Hanes a fruit of the loom. Boxers, a box of briefs.
Boxers. I'm boxers for sure. Them little tidy whities is not for the kid, man.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Okay, Life. Well, thank you again for your time. Thank you for making it on. I appreciate you. Please keep us posted on when that new EP drops. Looking forward to it. Sending well wishes to the guy at the label. I hope that works out. Tell people where they can find Life, where they can find you, get all the updates.
It's pretty much Lyfe Jennings on all my personal accounts. My children book series is the adventures of life.com. My clothing line, which is repetitionbrand.com. And Yadeno will just be yadeno.com coming in January.
Okay, and that's YADENO is Yadeno.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thanks again, Life. We're gonna wrap it up with playing the Must Be Nice, the AOU version. Y'all
Yeah.
make sure when y'all play it now that y'all playing the AOU. Watch for the AOU tag so we can make sure
Please.
artists are getting their due. So I thank you again, Life, for your time, and thank you everyone for watching tonight. Y'all tap back in. Actually, next up we're gonna have Nard of the Cook Like Me app, but we are going to wrap it up with watching I'm not going to watch, we're not going to do all of it, but just a little bit, a few minutes of this Must Be Nice AOU version. All right.
I appreciate your love. See y'all soon.
All right. Take care. Peace to you.
Easy.
All right, y'all. So we are going to wrap it up with watching we're not going to watch the whole video, going to watch about maybe 3-4 minutes. This is the updated 20th anniversary version of Must Be Nice by Lyfe Jennings. And then y'all tap in about maybe 8:20. We will be coming back on live. Make sure y'all tap back in. We'll be back live with Nard, Live Free of the Cook Like Me app. But in the meantime, here is Lyfe Jennings.
I don't think I look like Forrest Gump, but those are some nice shoes. I bet you could walk all day in shoes like that and not feel a thing.
What'd you say your name was?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Lyfe. And my mama always used to say that life is like a box of chocolate. She also say that shoes tells you a lot about a person. Where they going, where they been. I bet if I close my eyes real tight, I could think of all the places that my shoes have taken me.
Oh, yeah. I remember you. Didn't I tell you you'd be back? You'll be back.
Hey, yo. You that just flipped on this city. Well, there ain't no more city players now. When you got somebody good, you better hold on to them. Must be nice having someone that understands life you live. Must be nice having someone that slow to take and quick to give. Must be nice having someone that sticks around when the rough times get thick. Someone who smiles bright enough to make projects feel like a major. Having someone that loves you despite your faults. Nice. Having someone that talks the talk but also wants the bone. Nice. Having someone that understands that a thought got feelings too. Someone who loves you for sure. You just remember to never let them go. 'Cause even when your husband days are gone, she'll be by your side, still holding on. And even when your 20s got spinning, you know those gold digging women disappear. She'll still be here. Must be nice having someone you can come home to from a long day of work. Having someone you don't have to show, they know exactly where it hurts. Having someone that trusts you despite what they've heard. Someone that's mighty as a lion, but still as gentle as a bluebird. Having someone you don't have to tell, you don't want to be alone. Having someone you can grow older with until God calls on. Having someone that understands a fucked up feelings too. Someone who loves you for sure. You never let him go. You never let him go. Still holding on.
Thank you all for watching. Got to wrap it up. You all can feel free to go to YouTube to watch the rest of that. Make sure you pull up Must Be Nice, and it says AOU. It has that tag on it. Watch that to make sure that Lyfe receives that credit and receives that compensation that he deserves. You all, thank you for watching the first segment. Please tap back on. We're going to be live again soon with Nard Live Free of the Cook Like Me app. And we're going to have a live cooking demonstration of a dish that you can use for your upcoming holiday celebration. So see you soon. Thank you for watching.